Good day. Welcome to another edition of Spotlight on Mahopac Schools. Eric Gross, your host, along with Superintendent of Schools Anthony DiCarlo. Anthony, outside the Lakeview School today.
Yes, so we're here at Lakeview today, and we're going to be taking a tour of what the new normal will be like at Lakeview School with Jen Pontillo, who is an incredible leader and a principal, and her time and dedication to making the new normal as possible. You'll see today, and we talk about picking off, dropping off, what it's going to look like inside the building, and some of the things that she's going to be strategically doing to make it safe for the kids, as also for our teachers and our staff. So we're excited about being here today and going through what the school year is going to look like for 2021 here at Lakeview.
Jen Pontillo, come on down, as they say. Good seeing you.
You too, Eric.
How's
nice
the
to
summer?
see you. Oh, it's very busy.
It's
very busy. Yes. Yep. Not one of the better ones, I'll say.
But you and the staff have been working, as I said, virtually around the clock to get the school ready.
Yes, we have. From everything from trying to get our cohorts ready. That's really been the priority lately, so that we can get that information out to parents. We know they need that information as soon as they can have it to arrange for their childcare. So that has become the priority, to scheduling inside, to systems outside. So we're here to start with morning arrival.
So when buses come in the morning, tell our viewers what's going to be taking place.
So buses will be on the other side. That's why we like to use this side for parent drop-off, because it doesn't kind of interfere with bus arrival. So for parents who are going to be dropping off in the morning, if you did it last year, there's actually no change to arrival. But if you're going to be a new drop-off and pickup, here's where you will drop off in the morning at 8:15. That is the change from last year. We cannot hold any children inside because we don't have the staff available before school starts to ensure the social distancing. So drop-off will be between 8:15 and 8:30. You will come up Harbor because we want to make it all one way, and you will pull right up to the curb to let your child out. They'll go right up the stairs, and then you'll continue down and go towards McAlpin to make everything one way this way. And obviously we want the children dropped off at the curb, not having to cross over a parking lot.
Will staff be meeting the parents?
Yes, we will have staff out here in the morning. We will have more staff out at parent pickup in the afternoon, because that is a completely different process. Our SPO usually starts out here as well. We are also going to have kind of cardboard signs. One side will be blue, the other side will be gold. We know that's going to be a little confusing for parents. So somewhere over here, you will see visually, if it's a blue day and your child's in the blue cohort, you'll see the blue sign. If you see a gold sign, but your child's in the blue cohort, bring them home. It's not their day. So we're hoping just for the first few weeks, while parents get used to that new schedule, that little visual will be helpful as well. We're just trying, to do whatever we can and think of whatever we can to make it as easy as possible.
So once again, this is strictly for parents. The buses will come in on the other side of the building.
Yes, and we'll show them that when we get around to the other side.
Okay.
Thank
Let's
you.
check it out.
All right.
So Mom and Dad, if you want to pick up your child after school, here's the place, the front of the building.
Yes, this is a completely new process for us. Typically, parents come into the building and we do parent pickup in our library, where we connect them with their children. Obviously, we cannot have all of those people in that small space. So parent pickup will be in the front of Lakeview, and we're going to use our circular driveway. We used it for our 5th grade moving up parade, and it really went smoothly. So our fingers are crossed that it goes just as smoothly for parent pickup. The important thing for parents to know is this will be one way. So, and this is where we'll have a lot of staff, because this is a completely new process for us. You'll get checked in down there when you come in. So we are going to ask parents to put a sign, just like we did for our 5th grade moving up parade, in their passenger front window that says child's name, first and last name, and teacher. If you have more than one child, put them all on that same sign. That person who checks them in will radio into our auditorium, where we will have the kids socially distanced, waiting for their parents. So it gives us some time to kind of get the staff who has them in the auditorium to bring them down the steps. So when they pull up, and we're going to have them pull up to that speed bump, we can bring them to the car. We may have 2 lines here. It's just going to depend on how many parents are picking up on a given day. So parents, we are going to ask for your patience with this part of the process. It will be a learn as we go. we will be kind of keeping track of, on Wednesday we have 15 parents who pick up, but on Friday we have 45. So we will adjust as needed once we are here. But my child's camp uses this process. A lot of the day camps use it, where you don't get out of your car, you just kind of drive up, pick up your kid, and go. So we're pretty confident that it'll run smoothly once we know. And then once the staff, we're going to have the same staff out for blue cohort, gold cohort. Once they get to know the parents and the vehicles, and then it'll start moving quickly, because they'll see your car, see you, and know who you are, to kind of call for the kids inside.
This is for parents who pick up children on a daily basis. What about an emergency? Johnny has to go to the doctor. Something happened.
Yep.
How does the parent notify the school?
That will be the same way as it always has been. They will come to the main office. We should know ahead of time, so they should let the teacher know. In the morning, they can call the office in the morning, or even the day before, whenever you know that appointment is going to be. They will come sign in just like you normally do, come up to our main office. The difference is you'll be stopped in the foyer there, right where our monitor sits, and your child will be brought to you. So that is just to help us reduce the number of people who are in and out of the building during the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we check out where the buses are going to be pulling in?
We can.
Let's do it. Right here on Spotlight on Mahopac Schools. We're here, Jen, where the morning drop-off and afternoon pickup's going to be taking place at Lakeview. Before we talk about it, though, you want to make mention that parents are going to be asked to pick up their kids at the other location a little earlier now.
Yes, so if you are parent pickup by car, that will start at 2:25. So we do ask for your cars to come at that time. The reason being, we have to have all those cars away before our buses start leaving Lakeview when we do bus dismissal. So don't worry, we're in the process of putting together an updated parent handbook. It will have all our procedures in it. And we'll send it out electronically to all our families with all of these procedures before the start of school.
Buses come in.
They do.
Then what?
So luckily, we're not changing our bus arrival and dismissal, because this is the lot that can fit them all. The only change will be we're only disembarking 2 buses at a time. They will be lighter buses, because we're only going to have half a school in at a given time. And then the buses will have fewer kids per bus than they normally do. Some of our buses can be pretty packed. So when they come in, they will disembark 2 buses at a time. We will have staff out here just to make sure there's not really a lot of bottlenecking at the door, to kind of social distance us and get kids used to that, keeping that distance between each other and keeping the same pace as we're walking into the building. But nothing different. Arrival goes really smoothly, similar to parent drop-off. It's kind of, drop and go, so it moves pretty quickly.
Shall we go inside and check out some of the changes there?
Sure, I would love to.
Right now. Typical classroom at Lakeview.
Well,
No more 20.
Unfortunately.
No more 20, 22 in a class.
Yes, we will not have more than 12 in a cohort, simply because our classrooms can't accommodate that with keeping the desks 6 feet apart. This is a kindergarten classroom, so this is certainly not what it would look like in a typical year. We sit at tables, kids collaborate, and that's really in every grade. To be back to desks and rows is sad for me, actually, but we're doing whatever we can to get the kids back in. So
We'll make the best of it.
Yes, that has to be our focus. We want them here, we want them with us, and we'll do what you said. We'll make the best of it.
And the teacher even kindergarten teachers will be virtually teaching as well as teaching with children in class.
Yes, so our kindergarten team has been trying to figure out the best way to do that. Obviously, we're recognizing that these are 4- and 5-year-olds. One, it would be unrealistic to think they can sit in a desk all day for anybody. So they're trying to figure out how to, and with a mask on. How are we building in mask breaks? How are they getting some movement? Because art and music will be coming to them. So again, another place that they're just going to be sitting at their desk. Lunch will be in their classroom. So we have to build in other opportunities for them to be up and moving. Fortunately for us, we have lots of field space outside, so as long as the weather is nice, or nice enough for us to take them out, we will be going outside as much as possible.
Anthony and I have talked about this over and over again, about parents working with their children for the remainder of the summer. about social distancing, about these masks that drive adults crazy, let alone, as you say, 4 and 5-year-olds.
Right, and we did talk to parents about that. I would say when they came for pre-kindergarten screenings a couple of weeks ago, that was their biggest question. How much of the day do they have to have the masks on, and will they get opportunities for breaks? So the kids themselves did a really great job during screenings of keeping them on, but that was a 25-minute screening. So we know our clientele, we know what we need to do. It's for us balancing safety, the protocols and the guidelines with knowing that these are kids. And, where do we find that balance for us? But we did talk to parents about just starting to use them with their kids and getting them some practice for longer sustained periods. And I'll say that when I'm out and about, I do see more young kids wearing masks now. So I think that will help them. But you're right, it's not comfortable for us, so it's certainly we couldn't expect it to be comfortable for them. And we'll work with them.
So Mom and Dad, get those masks for the youngsters now. Start practicing with them. Once they're in school, as Jen said, 6.5 hours a day with a mask on might be difficult, but these kids are resilient.
They are, and I never thought we'd be assigning mask wearing for summer work. It's usually, don't forget to read, practice your math facts. This summer is just practice wearing a mask.
Shall we go out and check out the hallways? One way, one left,
Sure.
one way right.
Sure, we can do that, yes.
Let's do that right now. So the boys and girls coming into Lakeview, in that main entrance, first thing they see is a staircase, up or down?
Well, the first thing they're going to see is me. Because this is where I stand. All our returning kids know that, to greet everybody in the morning. The difference is they have to come up the first set of stairs when they come in off their bus because it's a one-way up. Okay. So sometimes the children are used to splitting off depending on which hall staircase their classroom is closer to. That's not the case right now. So everyone will go up this staircase that's closest to where I stand, and then the other side will be one way down.
I'm going to call it Miss Pontillo's staircase.
I want a plaque.
We're standing outside the library here at Lakeview in a rather large hallway that's going to be up and down.
Yes, so most of our main hallways will be two-way. We will be putting kind of a center line down the middle, just so the students know to stay to the right. So if you're walking, whatever direction you're walking in, you're staying to the right. So it'll kind of be a little separation and a nice visual, we think, for the kids to keep the two groups when they do have to pass each other, which won't be often, to kind of keep themselves some distance. There is an opportunity to have a one-way hallway, so anytime there is, we certainly want to incorporate that. Boys and girls, you will recognize that I'm standing outside the library. That hallway will be one way going down. So if you're a parent drop-off in the morning, you're all going down that one hallway. And then this hallway will be the one way coming back up this way towards the library. Or if you need to get to the main office or to the cafeteria, you're using this hallway here.
Besides hallways, we always like to give our custodian friends, our maintenance people, a special pat on the back. It's been a very hot summer, a stormy summer, a lot of tumult going on within the school with the new norm, but yet the building looks fantastic.
It does. They've really been doing an incredible job. Right now, our main focus is having teachers come in, see which of their furniture is in the hallway still, to see if there is a piece or two that can fit back in the classroom safely. The rest of it will all be put into storage. So they've literally been making trips down and back up, down and back up. All the carpets are up now and all labeled by teacher. They have to come out of classrooms for the time being. So once this is all behind us and we can resume regular operation, then they have to go back down because we certainly want to get rid of those desks. I'll have a goodbye desk party and bring the furniture back up. So they've had added work that they don't typically have to do in the summer. You'll see, and several classrooms have been painted this summer. So on top of trying to keep up with those normal things that they do in the summer, they've had to do it with all that extra work that none of us anticipated.
And Jen said, once it's behind us, and remember, it will be behind us. So Jen, Mommy has to pick up Johnny for a doctor's appointment.
Yes.
Picks him up after school. What's the procedure?
Yes, so if they're picking up early during the school day, like I had said earlier, it's our typical procedure where you're going to come to the main office entrance. You will get buzzed in. You will be held down by our staircase, and your child will be brought to you. So if you know ahead of time, it's always great to let us know, because if that appointment is 2 o'clock and you come at 1:45 and we didn't know ahead of time, it's going to take your child a little bit of time to pack up their things, and we will bring them down to you. Similar with a child who, left something at home and you're dropping it off, no one will be coming into the office. Our main office here, everything will get dropped off here, and we will get it to your child. But we are asking parents only to drop things off in an emergency. Eyeglasses that they need to see, not, their favorite pencil, not a snack. We have plenty of food. We do not let children go hungry. If they forgot an instrument, we ask that you let them forget that instrument. One, it's teaching them responsibility, and two, there's really not a lot that, like, what happens if they forget their instrument? They're okay. Even though they think they get in big trouble, they really don't. So we're asking for forgotten items, unless it's something that they really need for school to get through their day successfully, that those items stay home for the day.
And all this for the safety
Yes.
of the school community.
Yes, everybody. We're all part of one community, so it is really going to be a joint effort to keep us all healthy, safe, and resuming normal operation as soon as we can. That really is our goal. We do not want any setbacks. I always say we don't want to be the school that had to close down the district because we didn't follow a safety procedure and somebody got sick. So it is going to be a collective effort.
Okay. Thank you.
And just one more thing I want to mention, the same will go for students. So we have a lot of students in and out of our main office dropping off bus notes in the morning and bringing things down for teachers. There will be a desk out here, and anything that has to get dropped off for the office will happen out here. Again, so we're limiting students into the office as well.
Okay. The teacher's room here at Lakeview looks like nothing in the past. You're a former teacher, former principal. Teachers like to have a little privacy, a little relaxing lunch. They have to sit at desks now.
Yeah, usually if there would be a variety of tables in here, or circles type with the chairs around it, maybe about 15 people at a time eating, talking about how the day's going, about family, about events. Well, with the new requirements, this is what it looks like, Eric, and it's very limited. We have to practice a social distancing, especially while you're eating. So, and this is just an example here at Lakeview. This is going to be going on throughout the district.
6 tables and chairs at one time. Mm-hmm. What happens to the other teachers?
Yeah, so we have been thinking about that, places to have that, because we have a big staff of, teaching assistants and monitors, and everybody needs some time kind of to decompress a little bit during the day. Yeah. So we've been talking about other spaces. Our library will not be open for library this year, so that is a space we can use. Our learning lab, we will not be bringing classes in there because that's very hands-on. Those materials will be shared too frequently. So we do have some spaces that we're looking to make available, only because unfortunately they can't be used in their typical way. But this is just we have those procedures in place for students, and they have to be in place for staff as well. So if students classrooms don't look anything like they normally would, I wouldn't expect our faculty room to either. It's just where we are.
When you talk about the children having lunch in the classroom, mm-hmm. There'll be monitors and aides with the children at that time?
Yes, their lunch monitor will be. So when we can go, I'm very hopeful, when we can go back to our normal operation and they are back in the cafeteria, that monitor will be the person who's been with them since September, so that we're not making any changes, and they'll know them. They'll know all about our food allergies for each class, and this way we kind of don't miss a beat once we get that green light that we're all waiting for.
That's very important. Jen talks about food allergies.
Yeah, exactly. So that won't change. Whoever the food allergies are, will make sure that they specifically get what they need. What's going to be really important about this, and this is still in a work in process, because Aramart is our food provider. We're going to be sending out information on what that looks like. And a lot of that we encourage the parents to kind of pre-plan, each week what you're looking to do, if your son or daughter is having lunch, so that we can try to expedite this as much as we can. There's no money. It's got to all be, given that way. We're trying not to exchange money, but we want to make sure it's either done through debit or credit, and you'll be getting a whole list of what those procedures are from our assistant superintendent, Sandra Cloesi, who will be working with the building principals to try to make it as fluid as possible.
And parents can still have their child bring a lunch.
Yeah, and actually I'm sure a lot Parents will more than usually do that this year, bring lunch, because that's probably the easiest way to be able to do it. But again, you still have that option whether to bring your own lunch or to purchase lunch at school.
Okay, thank you. Even the restrooms are being changed.
Yeah, so just like we mentioned at the high school a couple of days ago, the same thing here at Lakeview. Because of the urinals being close to one another, one of them will be taken out. There'll only be one here left. Again, because we have the breakage and the in between, we're okay with the stalls. But this is going to be happening in all the schools that have the bathrooms that are not in the classroom, that are singles. We're going to make sure that we're socially distanced. And then right over here, you can see the air blower is going to be taken out, and there'll be a regular hand towel dispenser that'll be in there. So this is something that's happening throughout the district. And these kind of bathrooms that have multiple urinals and may not have, the spacing in between, we have to social distance in the bathrooms, Eric, to the best of our ability.
And with the girls' rooms, the blowers will be taken out
Correct.
also.
All over the place. Yeah, it's ironic. They were put in for a reason, and now they have to be taken out. But that's just the world in which we live in today. So, as you can see, again, we're trying to do all that we can, and we encourage the parents, again, to make sure the kids understand the why behind some of these things that we're doing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So I hope you've enjoyed your little tour here at the Lakeview School. Once again, Jen, it's been a summer to remember. And we're hoping for a fantastic school year.
Yes, we will make it a fantastic school year. That's our job. And like I said before, we will have our handbook out as soon as we can. It will outline all our new procedures. Sometimes if you're like me, you need to see that in writing so you can kind of tack it up on your board. We'll send it electronically so that you have it. And we don't expect you to remember all of these from this short little video.
You want to commend Jen and her staff for doing a yeoman's job in getting the school ready.
Jen and her staff do an absolutely incredible job. And this is when you have a veteran administrator like Jen, although it's new, her ability to kind of problem solve and lead the way is just credit to who she is as a leader. But it's really important, and I want to stress this. This is one of the reasons why we've decided that first week to add an additional superintendent's conference day on that Tuesday and do transition days, just like Jen was saying, because we want to be able to transition not only the students, but the teachers first to feel really comfortable what those new safety protocols are going to look like. And the same thing with the kids. Those first 2 days, a blue day and gold day, we're really going to walk the kids around. They're going to be in the, notice what it looks like to be in the hallways, how to move around, so that when we start in earnest on the September 14th, which is that first Monday, everybody is a little bit more comfortable. And that was one of the reasons why. And I want to thank the community for their patience and understanding. I know they get it, but this is part of the reason why we wanted to do that first week as a transition week, just for what we're showing you today here at Lakeview.
And as Jen mentioned previously, you want to instill in the parents, make sure masks on the children, walk around the house when you go out shopping so the kids get accustomed to it.
I mean, I know we sound like a broken record, moms and dads in the community, but we really mean it. We want to keep the kids in. Ultimately, our goal is to go from hybrid to full. But we can't do that if we're not following the guidelines. And we want to make sure that you, to the best of your ability, make sure at home that you're reminding them about it. As Eric said, start to practice about it. And then, we're going to have mask breaks. They're not going to wear them completely the whole day. We're going to work through that. But we want to make sure that they're doing, because if they are doing the right thing, we'll be in good shape.
Superintendent of Schools Anthony DiCarlo, Jen Pontillo, the president. She feels like the president. The principal of the Lakeview Elementary School. I'm Eric Gross. We thank you so much for joining us for this latest edition of Spotlight on Mahopac Schools. Until next time, we'll be back. Be safe. Enjoy. Bye-bye now.
For more information, please visit our website, www.mahopac.k12.ny.us.